Ladies and gentlemen, who's ready for some comedy? Or poetry, or music, or whatever your heart feels like expressing. This is the mic that doesn't end. Let's give a round of applause to Eric back there behind the bar, slinging all the booze for you. Whatever you need, let him know. Remember to take care of him as you close your tabs. We do the show every week after Con 2. If you were at Con 2 earlier, give a round of applause. Hell yeah, y'all are dope. Thanks for continuing to be here. You can leave at any point if you have more responsible things to do. What did I do? Oh, I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction yesterday. That shit was dope. Comedian Q Tatum works at the Rock Hall. I was like, what's up with some event passes like during induction week? I just asked for the week in general. I just, because I figured the induction ceremony is probably off limits. And he was like, I get you in anything but the induction ceremony. So I was like, all right. And I looked at all the events. I was like, those all sound kind of whack. So I don't know that I necessarily need the hookup to go to them. And then he was like, hey, I got you 2 passes to the ceremony. So I was like, hell yeah. Super cool. We went. It said doors open at 5:30, so we went to FUB beforehand. We got there like a little after 6. Everyone sat down. Started like 7. We left at 11:15 when there was still 2 people to get inducted. That shit was long as fuck. I was like, these motherfuckers, it was long-winded and all, like, the people introducing them were long-winded. The acceptance speeches were long-winded. And then the performances were, like, so dope, but, like, you wish they were longer. So, like, the show balance was off overall. But it was cool as fuck. Dionne Warwick got inducted, and that was, I cut that little loop together from a Dionne Warwick song earlier. And it was cool to see, because Dionne Warwick dope as fuck, but then also she's still alive. So she like went up and performed, and I was like, yo, don't try too hard. Like she was looking wispy. But she was cool. But the mics were terrible. The mics were fucking awful. Like they were those little podium mics, right? And so it was out here, and no one knew how to project, even though all of them were professional performers. And you think as a professional performer, you know there's little things like how to talk into the mic, how to like keep it down when you're at the bar and there's a show happening. But you know what I'm saying? Everyone's different level. But it was so far. And she's so old, she just got done performing, so she kind of out of breath when she was accepting. And so, but people started yelling, turn up the mics! Over this frail old black woman accepting a Lifetime Achievement Award. I was like, God damn, this is... Bunch of inductees. Let me read off these inductees. And you tell me who you think got the biggest pop of all of these people. All right. Where's it at? Peter Frampton was one. Tribe Called Quest. Mary J. Blige, Ozzy Osbourne, Foreigner. Who else? Jimmy Buffett, Cher, Dave Matthews Band, Kool and the Gang. Kool and the Gang was the best performance. That shit was fire. Alexis Corner, who no one probably is gonna vote for. John Mayall, who I think they skipped or I left before he went up. MC5, Suzanne DePasse. She's the one who made Berry Gordy listen to the Jackson 5 audition. Big Mama Thornton, who was the original singer of Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog, and that Elvis stole her swag. Tribe Called Quest, Dionne Warwick, and Norman Whitfield, who was a producer, composer for a bunch of He composed Heard It Through the Grapevine and composed it for the original and then recomposed it for Marvin Gaye. So it was like it was a cool ceremony, but like, goddamn, let's get a light or a noise involved and let's get on the sound. So people kept yelling out, turn the mics up over the whole show. And then Chappelle introduced Tribe Called Quest, and the first thing he said was, these mics fucking suck. And the crowd lost it. And that was 3.5 hours into the show. I'm like, did no one sound check from anywhere else in this room? Like, did y'all just, it felt like they just mic'd it for TV and didn't give a fuck about anybody in the room's experience. But it was still cool as fuck. I'm glad to go. The Rock Hall's cool. Clap if you've been to the Rock Hall. That's just dope. If you tell them you're an artist and you show them a flyer, you can get in for free. So there's a pro tip: if you broke, you can just do that. I advise going though, because it's a cool ass time. They're about to have an SNL exhibit, which is cool. What else did I do? Oh, I went on this tour, opened up at some theaters for this dude, and we performed in the city, Van Wert, Ohio, and it was like Lakewood Civic Auditorium, so it's attached to the school. And they were like, I was talking to the lady, and she's like, yeah, this hallway is high school, this hallway is middle school, and across the parking lot is the elementary school. And I'm like, how big are your graduating classes? She was like, 130, 150. And I was like, is it the same kids the whole time? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, blown away. I was like, is this a big cult? Like, what is this? Like, this is crazy inoculation from the rest of, and I don't know. Felt fair. Like, I always had that different people every grade. Maybe that's the sign that my community has failed me. Because they kept their shit tight. I think there's still rice and beans in the back. I'm trying to think of anything else. I finally watched The Penguin. Because I try not to watch shit without my girlfriend, because I feel bad, because it's a shared experience we can have. But also, she'd be dawdling or falling asleep. So I'm like, should I stop watching this? So I watched it. Felt good. I wish they would have just got an ugly fat dude instead of having a very handsome man act ugly. I could rattle off like 20 dudes you could have given that job to.
Did you see the Batman first though?
Yes, I did, and then I went back and rewatched it. Yeah, that's my favorite Batman. Even though I went into it thinking it was going to be the wackest Batman, but it was definitely like my favorite, just because it's nice to see a fallible Batman. Like this Batman don't know what the fuck he doing. His when he flew into the train shit, and like I was like, oh, this dude don't know, got no grace to him. All them other movies, like Michael Keaton just was like Mary Poppinsing around with his little gadget, coming at people. Very, very simple fighting mechanics back in them days. My girl was bummed out that he doesn't have like webbed, like Danny. She was expecting Danny DeVito, the Penguin. She's completely different than what the Penguin on the show is. The Penguin on the show has a club foot, and then he befriends a man who has a stutter. I'm just saying. I feel like that's a very is that, even though Penguin is evil, is that like a good representation of disabilities? Or do you feel, I don't know. All right, so that's what an open mic is. You just come up and maybe just say whatever the fuck you've been doing lately, a couple loose notions, ideas. That's it. So I don't know let me check how many people are signed up. While I'm doing that, let's give a round of applause to Eric back there behind the bar. Let's hold it down for one and all. We got 12 folks signed up, so that should be about an hour, give or take. And then more people may show up to sign up, who knows. We got a poet, some stand-ups. All right. And I'm gonna be as respectful as I can to people who have to work early and do shit, but also I have to take in mind who might be bad. So I try to keep it like good up top and then ease into the badness. That way the badness can be free to be better. You know what I'm saying? But don't take that personally, because sometimes it's just I'm going in the order that it is. But now I want that to be in the back of each and every one of these minds. It's in the front. I knew it would be in the front for you specifically. No, but I do try to go, because there's regular people here, so I want to make sure they see the funniest people that are signed up that I know. You feel me? Like, and then sometimes I want to save them for later. No, I'm not lying. It really depends. It depends on how I feel in the moment. I really just like to keep it free. Mostly I like people not being over prepared for coming up. That way you're a little more in the moment and a little more free of your mind so that you are just ready to do whatever. I hope that fixes what I said before that. I'm gonna go sit at them. All right, so like I said, I made this little loop from a Dionne Warwick sample, and that's about it. As we go to our first performer on the mic that does that, put your hands together for Elliot Jarrous.
Oh my God, you guys still doing woo? Awesome. Oh my God, I certainly was in the moment. Thank you for sticking around. This is cool. My name is Elliot Jarrous.
Damn it, I always mispronounce it.
No, here's the thing. I don't do it. It's what's it called? I'm not. Never mind. But my name is Elliot, and I had some new thoughts. And last night I was at a Halloween party. I was at a gay Halloween party, which is cooler than a regular Halloween party. But I had a friend with me. I brought a friend, and she didn't know anyone at this party. We weren't together. This is just a friend. But it's one of those things, like, I had to facilitate everything for her. You know, I had to, like, maybe get a drink for her. I had to introduce her to people, so she wouldn't be alone when I talked to people I knew. And it was kind of like when your older sister would introduce you to, like, her friend's little brother, and make you two be friends. But it was like the grown-up version, so I was just taking her by the hand and shuffling into like someone's bedroom, just like, hey, can my homegirl do cocaine with you guys? Okay, have fun. And then just leave her with a bunch of strangers doing drugs. But that was cool. It was also like, I don't know what it is. Maybe this has happened once or twice before, but they made me to go to the afters. They made me take a different Uber. This group of people, and they said we couldn't all fit because I had an abundance mindset, and I thought they just wanted to make room. That was cool, make me comfortable. So I met up with them. I got a haircut recently, and it's weird. Like when your barber will just finish the haircut by just pulling his phone out and spinning you around and recording you. Without saying anything, and I'm just kind of like making kind of like loose eye contact with the camera, while like there's like just like a dude very proud of his work, and I was thinking, like, do they do that during, like, after like a really good circumcision? You think that they're just like, lift his legs up, hold on. There's just like a light-skinned moil, just like real quick. Actually, this might go on IG. You get an adult circumcision, you can take a little off the sides, and they'll probably post you. All right.
I'm on my circumcision's Instagram.
You're circumcised? Because here's the thing, like, that's the thing about a circumcision is that every profession has way better people at their job than other ones. It's like, this is the best deli. You can get the best corned beef sandwich. Oh, this is the best, there's someone who's way better at giving circumcisions than anyone else. And it is like going to a very bad barber. If you end up lopsided, maybe he gives you a fade. Like, there's nothing. Yeah. I I went to this was this morning. I went to the opening of a new cafe and juice bar, and it was a friend of mine, and her boyfriend opened it with some business partners. But like I went and they hadn't hired people yet, so it was just like her and her. This is a beautiful girl and her very beautiful friends were running this cafe, and they clearly never worked with gloves before. Like they never had to do this stuff. And I went up to her and I knew her, so I thought I was comfortable enough just going up to her and being like, hey, hey girly, hey girlina, hey girl, because that's how Biden makes straight guys talk now. Hey girl, my bagel's taking a lot longer than I think it should have. And she was just like, I'm sorry guys, I just wrote this. But it happened today, and I was just like, my bagel maybe took a lot longer, and she goes like, oh yeah, God, if that was me, I'd be so mad. And then she just started walking away, and I just like I was like, I didn't know you could be so mad at things anymore. I was just like, she walked away, and I was just like, yeah, go off, you in your lackadaisical era. That's what's up. That's what's up, shawty. Because you can't be mad. I grew up in the generation where, like, if you get the wrong order at a restaurant, you just have to quietly have an allergic reaction. I'm not raising my voice. I'm going to apologize after, too. I don't want to... Do you guys have any Benadryl? And I'm just, like, clearly... I talked about that circumcision thing I ran past you. Yeah, I showed them mine, and the scar, it's... You were outside, but... Listen, everyone's dressing up for Halloween. Everybody wants to be something scary. And I don't understand what's so scary about, like, ghosts. I'm not afraid of ghosts. Ghosts need to be afraid of me. You understand? Yeah, bars. And especially because, like, the reason we don't run into ghosts is because, like, they're not straying away from home base. They must have tried it once and went right back. Okay? Because the graveyard near my neighborhood... when they were buried, that was a Polish neighborhood. I feel like if they left now, they'd just go right back. I'm not afraid of any spirit who couldn't handle multiculturalism. You know. All right, I'm Elliot Jarrous. Thank you.
Keep it going for Elliot Jarrous, everybody. Next up to the mic that doesn't, and put your hands together for Flem Love.
I never know when I go up, so that's always cool. What's going on, guys? How you doing? What's up? I was at the other gym. I was at the gym the other day, not bragging. I was on the treadmill and I was watching a guy air guitar in between sets. And boy, oh boy, was my pussy dry watching that. Ladies, I get it. My God. Air guitaring is lame. It's very lame. I've never seen someone do that many chin-ups at the same time as they play a magical instrument that doesn't exist in their hand. It was crazy, just a bunch of these while they strum something that doesn't exist. It was very uncomfortable to watch. But, you know, I still enjoy myself on that treadmill, so it's all good, you know? New joke, it kind of worked, maybe. What? Kinda? Maybe? Who knows? All right. Hey, have you ever seen those goats with the fat asses? Those are the goats that the perverts are fucking, right? It's got to be those. You ever seen them? They just, like, when they walk, they just wags like a delicious old black woman's ass, you know? I understand that tremendously. I get it. You ever seen those asses, Ramon?
I mean, I've seen the asses, not the goat.
I don't want to fuck those asses, but I do want to just smack one real good. Just get a real grip on it, you know? Just grab it real hard.
You just give Granny the most
Sup,
inappropriate.
little mama? How you doing there, sexy? That's what I want to see at the petting zoos from now. I want to see goats with fat asses. Because we can touch those, you know? Those are allowed. Joke number 2, new joke, kind of worked? Yeah, maybe? All right, good. Thank you. Appreciate that, Pope.
I thought you were gonna say have the fat black asses at the petting zoo.
Oh, we could. I need tags right now. All right, this is all new stuff. If you've got ideas for these for me and my goats with the fat asses, let me know, please. All right. I want to work this out. I want to be able to tell these jokes at hilarities one day.
It can't be a black goat.
It can't be a black goat. Sam doesn't like black goats. All right. He only likes the white ones with the fat asses. Speaking of asses, hey fellas, what positions are we getting our asses in 2024? What positions are we rocking in with this year? What's up, fella? You getting your ass eaten in 2024? No, you're good? What? Hey man, they say getting your ass eaten by your partner is better than pedophilia. All right, and that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. All right. If you know what those sick perverts are doing for that forbidden fruit, you can understand why getting your ass eaten is awesome. All right.
What's your cleanliness beforehand? Like,
I use Dove with extra love, brother.
I'm saying like
I just rub that region real good, you know.
So do you get advance notice is gonna happen?
Of course.
Never spur of the
well,
moment.
no. I assume.
Oh,
I go in with the mindset like this asshole's getting eaten tonight. All right. So it's got to be washed and freshed. Okay.
You don't worry about like
shaved and dappered.
So you're expecting a 2 hour within 2 hours your ass is gonna get eaten.
Correct. My ass is very demure, as the kids say. Yeah. A friend of mine recently got his ass eaten with his legs up. And I like that move. We call that the diaper changer in my friend group. That's right. Yeah, it's tight. But I feel like if I'm going to have a lady eat my ass in that position, she better have like a cigarette or a toothpick hanging out of her mouth as well, you know? She better be alpha as fuck. She better say brother after every spit take, you know? That's right. I feel like the straightest position for a dude to get his ass eaten in is if the dude just kind of like, he just plays dead, you know, and just like lays there, and then you just kind of have your partner just kind of run into your butt cheeks like a butt munching zombie and just get the nuzzling, you know, just in there real tight like, you know, and then you just move a little bit, and then you just kind of smirk as you enjoy that butt munching zombie. You know, tearing up that region for you. I think after this fun lesson of ass eating tonight, all the fellas in here should try these moves out. Including, yeah, of course, Rob, you're getting your ass eaten, dude. Yeah, I know you're about that, brother. I know you make you present to your wife. You just stick it out like that, and she knows exactly what to do. All right, I got the light. That's my time. Thanks for listening to me talk and ramble up here. I appreciate you. Have a good night.
For Flem Love, everybody, giving you the finer points of booty eating protocol. Feel free to add to our knowledge throughout the course of the evening. Next up to the mic that doesn't end, put your hands together for Jay Torres.
Hello, I'm Jay Torres. I'm going to read some poems I've written. This is my first time talking into a mic. So, So I went through a divorce about a year ago, and I put together a collection of things I call Seasons, a Year of Lost and Learning. So I'm going to share a little bit of that. It's a little sad, but also hopeful at the same time, so I hope I don't bring anyone down too much.
Okay. That's what most of people's comedy is about, too, so you good.
All right, so I started smoking again. Well, if I'm being honest, I guess I never really quit. I'm just back to doing it in the open instead of lying to myself like it's some kind of secret. As if people couldn't smell the stale scent of left lingering on my fingertips. I'm back to a pack a day, and I'm okay with that. Because with the way things have been, these moments are life-changing. I get to step away and inhale something that's a little less toxic than the horrible thoughts in my head. Which is a funny thought to have, considering I'm back to waking up in the middle of the night coughing up a lung. But during the day, it's what I need to escape. And I'm okay with that. I started smoking again because since you left, nothing really makes sense. My day-to-day being played out as if I'm just an observer and someone else is the pilot. That is until I light that stick and breathe it in. What time is it? I look at my watch, realizing that it's still so early and I have at least 3 hours of work left. I look down at my pack and count out the 6 cigarettes I have yet to smoke. I look at my phone and observe my lock screen. Still has that happy picture of you and I. You know, the one where we were young and in love and we swore we'd keep all our promises. The picture from before reality came crashing in and we learned how hard being in love really is. I inhale. I started smoking again. You always hated it. So I lied and hid a part of me in hopes you never caught on to it. One lie leading to another, thinking I'm protecting you, snowballing into other acts of deceiving you. But I'm working on that. I'm learning to be honest again. So I think I'll start with this. I started smoking again. Thank you. I didn't think I liked that shirt anymore. In fact, I was thinking of getting rid of it. That wasn't until I watched you excitedly pull it out of the dresser drawer. You said, "I hope it fits," as you stripped out of your clothes and let them fall on my floor. You gracefully slipped your head through the neck and your arms through the sleeves, tugging on the hem to cover your bare hips. And I couldn't bear it anymore. You see, despite it being oversized with small holes, frayed and torn, somehow it was like it was the first time I'd seen that shirt before. As you mounted the bed on your knees, moving closer to me, I couldn't help but adore the very sight of you. You moved closer into a loving kiss, tugging at my shirt, exclaiming, "It fits perfectly." A sigh of relief escapes me as I say, "I think so too." So I don't think I'll be getting rid of that shirt anymore. Thank you. This one was, so shortly after I was going through my divorce, I met someone and I thought, divorce is the end of it. But had a really good night with this one lady and I was sitting at a coffee shop by myself and I wrote this. I'm sitting alone in a diner with a mug of freshly brewed coffee in my hands, the same hands that held you just hours ago. My fingers are reminded of the warmth that radiated from your body as you breathed heavily, confessing how good I made you feel and that you were mine. The aroma rolling off the mug to my nose reminds me of comfort, a similar sensation I feel taking in the smell of cocoa butter mixed with the natural scent of your skin. Bringing the mug close to my lips, my brain excitedly anticipates that first sip, as if it were a kiss. Fully knowing that one will not suffice because sips, like kisses, are better in threes. On the last sip, I wince in pain from the heat that has scorched my tongue, a reminder to not get carried away and to be cautious. The uncomfortable feeling left in my mouth is enough to bring me back to the present. I chuckle at the realization that my mind wandered off from me. The heat of the mug in my hands calmly reminded me if it's still there, the same way you do when I so often get lost in thought. But you are not here, so for now I really like coffee.
All right.
Thank you.
Got one more?
One more? Yeah. All right. And this one's a reflective one. I've learned that every night is an opportunity to let go of petty things and every morning a chance to rewrite yesterday's. I've learned to find peace in a day's work and that the pain of hard labor is a badge proudly earned. I've learned to stop chasing dreams and appreciate the blessings that are right in front of me, to recognize my saints and look for beauty in all the little things. I've learned the strength attained from a good night's sleep while holding a woman you thought only existed in dreams. How the sound of a child's laughter can heal your soul and how the absence of love can leave a hole. I've learned the importance of knowing how to fight and standing up for what you believe, but that there is a time for compromise. I've learned to dance and sing and drink and love, to believe in things that I cannot see, to listen to the things that may not be said, and to speak the truth, but with compassion. I've learned that wisdom does not reflect age and that strength doesn't always require action, because sometimes the best thing to be is silent. In such a short time, I've learned so many things, but most of all, that in this life, you never really stop learning. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful. Keep it going for Jay Torres, everybody. First time reading poetry to people. Smashed it. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate you coming through. Next up on the mic that doesn't end, put your hands together for TJ Maclin.
That's that shit you gotta hit your Dougie to. That shit was hard. That shit said ding 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 ding. What's up, y'all? becoming a man is a scary thing. Becoming a man is scary because you don't know when you're about to become a man. Nobody tells you you're about to become a man. But like everybody knows before you. Are you the last one to find out? I remember the day I found out it was my 20th birthday. And my mom just came downstairs. Was like, it's your birthday? And she threw a t-shirt in my lap and said, happy birthday, you like music, don't you? I opened the t-shirt. It was a t-shirt from a Memphis, Tennessee truck stop. It ain't even have no music shit on it at all. It just was from Memphis. It wasn't even screen printed. It was iron on. That's when I realized I was a man, bro. I was like, damn, it really happened, bro. But she really sold the point when she then gave me an invoice of everything that I ate that year. It was petty shit too, like two tablespoons of peanut butter. I seen you winning my leftovers. I need 35 for that. 35, nigga. This shit crazy. I grew up with a single mom. Anybody else got a single mom in here? Single mom people? This ain't a single mom crowd? Fuck y'all niggas slow, man. That shit crazy. You said what? I ignored y'all? Just like y'all daddies. Growing up with a single mom is crazy because you realize real quick that your mom is a person, like a human being with like real feelings and emotions and desires. Some of those desires might be sexual desires. And have anybody else heard your mom fucking before? You know what's the worst thing? Hearing your mom fucking your dad is pretty terrible, but what's even worse than that is hearing your mom fuck somebody that's not your father. Because you go through like 5 stages of grief and shit. The first stage is confusion. Because you woken up by a sound you only remember on your in the most primal parts of your brain, so you don't really know what it is. You wake up like, I know that ain't what I think it is. That's the first stage of grief, confusion. Then the next stage of grief is anger. But you gotta be like angry silently because it'll be awkward if they knew that you knew. You know what I'm saying? You ever try to cuss somebody out and be angry under the covers? Just like, it's hella comfortable. You can't really get mad because you're just so cozy. You try to throw a temper tantrum in a 1,000 thread count. Then the next stage of grief is self-blame. Because he's just like, I knew I shouldn't have drank that pop before I went to bed tonight. Yep. Then breakfast the next day. Breakfast the next day is hell, right? Because this nigga, everybody having a good old time. She all well-rested and satisfied. This nigga swinging his nuts all around the house, doing dumb shit, too. Doing dumb shit like mixing drinks and shit, like making cocktails with apple juice and orange juice. I'm like, this nigga, I don't even get to drink but 1 cup of non-water shit a day. And this nigga making concoctions? What the fuck is going on here? He just flexing like he owned the place. Then I look in front of me, it's a smorgasbord. Sausage, bacon, eggs. A meal that I've never seen before in my life. And I'm conflicted because I know that this is great. I should be rejoicing, but I knew the cost. I knew what it took to get this meal. Everybody walking around all happy, passing the toast and shit. I'm sitting at the table with bags under my eyes and a 1,000-yard stare like, y'all haven't heard what I heard. Shit is ridiculous, man. That's all I got. I'm TJ Maclin, y'all. Thank y'all. Peace out.
Keep it going for TJ Maclin, everybody. We're about a third of the way through the show. If you want to sign up, there's a little QR code over by the Keno machine. It's got me with a little hand puppet looking kind of sad. You're welcome to do anything you'd like. So I've had people just come up and sing a karaoke song. I don't really give a fuck. It does flag the video when I post it on YouTube unlisted, but ain't no one watching, so it's fine. That's more just if you want to see your set, you can. I post it on YouTube. I'll send you the link, and you can just screen grab your shit if you need it. if you find that helpful. I don't post it publicly. It's just unlisted for that specific purpose. Next up to the mic that doesn't end, put your hands together for Stephanie Ginese.
All right. All right. All right. All right. I'll just sit up here and say that a bunch. Yeah, real fucking funny, huh? Who said that? Was that you, Mickey? It sounded like you. It had the Hungarians. It had the paprika on it. I fuck with your people's food, though. My grandma, she worked at a factory making, remember rotary telephones? Some of y'all do. You remember rotary telephones? You remember them. You too, I see. Okay, I see this little gray popping out. Okay, he distinguished now. That's not ash. That's memory. That's memory. What was that? Oh, my grandma. She worked at this factory and she used to make rotary telephone pieces. And it was just a bunch of Puerto Rican women and a bunch of Hungarian women. And so she would come through with some recipes that her friends taught her how to make. She would be like, cabbage noodle. And we had that and the, what was the other one y'all had? Paprikash?
Chicken paprikash?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with a Latino flair? That shit.
Yeah, with some sazon in it. That shit hit. I don't know if you've ever put sazon in it, but you should try. You should try. It's where our worlds collide. Red-colored food. Red-colored food. All right. You guys know they got medalla out here? I didn't. They had some extra in the back. I don't know from what.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they just show up. They know Puerto Ricans come here now.
Yeah, they've leaned into it.
They've leaned into it. Do they get these shipped?
Maybe.
Do we tax them, you think?
In Mexico, to ship shit here?
This isn't Mexican beer. This is from Puerto Rico.
Oh.
But you know how we got to pay taxes when they ship shit to us?
Oh, yeah.
Does America got to pay taxes when we ship shit to them?
No.
No, absolutely not. We probably give this to them for free.
And we pay them, too.
Yeah.
They're like, what you about to do with that beer? And you're like, let's just ship it to you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't worry about no taxes.
Comes with about 4 pregnant teenagers in the crate.
But they did the research to try to make them not pregnant on them.
Wait, what?
What?
Did they test birth control on Puerto Rican women?
They did. They did.
How you gonna deny me a fact I got from your poetry book?
That's true. That's true. That's true. I did.
Hold on. Your award-winning poetry book.
Thank you. I wrote a poem in that book. It's a real story about how I had to lie to my doctor to get my IUD out. Yeah, crazy, right? I don't know if that's a crime or anything. Doesn't matter. But I really had to lie to this man because he was like, I'll take this out of you, but what else you gonna be on? Because he was like, I know how fertile you all are. Who's you all? Right? Right?
Them throw your hat down and dance around it words.
Yeah. No, listen. That scalpel was right there, and I was like, and so I lied, and I was like, oh, I'm like, I'm engaged, and I'm trying to have a baby. And he was like, oh, all right, you've spoken for. Somebody's in charge of you. Great. So he took it out, and then I never went back to that doctor again. And I did not pay that medical bill. They're still looking for me.
And the marriage didn't make it.
That was a lie.
Oh.
That was a lie. Because I had to lie to him. That's the point. Because he wouldn't just take it out, which is crazy. I could have sued that doctor if I'd have had,
If you was a white woman and he said any of that indignant shit to you, she'd be like,
I would be a millionaire. I would own a medical facility right now. It would be Stephanie Ginese's Home for Wayward Women, whatever the fuck they call it. Our Lady of the Sway Side. I don't know. All right, y'all. I love you. Good night.
Keep it going for Stephanie Ginese. Hey, everybody. Next up to the mic that doesn't end, keep it going for Zach Thomas.
What is going on? Just moved from Akron to Lakewood. Big change. Still adjusting. Shout out to Akron. Hey, let's go. I just figured, it was like time to get like as far away as I possibly can from any active warrants I may or may not have. Any connections to missing people that they might want to bring me in. Don't worry about it. Today was a big day. I finally figured out where to get bulk frozen rats from.
Interesting.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. Stay tuned. My leading idea is I put a rat on somebody's car, but on a sunny day, so that when they go to take it off, it's kind of like lukewarm. They gotta, you know what I mean? Because it's no big deal to like pick up a frozen rat. I want them to feel like the squishiness of the dead rat. You know what I mean? I want to get into like lifting weights. You know what I mean? I want to start working out, but I'm not trying to get like jacked. I just want like girls to think that I'm strong enough to give them like piggyback rides or like crack their back. I like when girls slap me, but not when they're mean to me. Like, sure, beat the shit out of me, tie me up, but don't call me a bitch. Ask me if I ate today. Like, tell me you're proud of me, and maybe offer to help me with my homework later. My relationship with my mom's fine. You guys fucking worry about shit. I was in her car the other day. She has a little bit of trust issues with me. I used to do a lot of Xanax. And this girl I was talking to, she asked me what the worst thing I ever did to my mom was. I was like, fuck. I was like, what the fuck are you asking me that? And then I gave her a real answer, which was a mistake. And I was like, well, one time my mom took my Xanax, and I wanted my fucking Xanax back. So I went to her house, and I took her cat. And she's like, hey, did you go to my house earlier? Like, where's Missy? I can't find her anywhere. Just sent her a picture of her cat, and I was like, you ever want to see her again? I need my Xanax back. I didn't realize how insane that was until I was saying it out loud to this girl. And she goes, yeah, maybe you should have kept that one to yourself. I'm like, damn. You live and you learn. So anytime, like, I'll get in her car, she's like, hey, do you have drugs on you? I'm like, for sure. And she's like, well, what are you going to do if we get pulled over? I was like, I'm going to act like I'm deaf and throw them underneath your seat. And she was like, really? You would do that to your mom? I'm like, yeah, dude, you've lived a lot of life already. If I get a felony, I'm fucked. And I think, honestly, Mom, you do great in prison. It'd be good for her, honestly. Make her appreciate it. Rainy days make the sun shine harder. I think my mom would be pimping bitches out in prison, to be honest with you. She's a little white girl. She almost got carjacked. She drives a Kia. And she was on the news. She's soaking it the fuck up. She's fake crying and shit. It's just a fact. She said she pepper sprayed me, had a gun to her. I'm like, no, the fuck you didn't. Oh yeah, I think I have $1 million idea. You know how they have mail order brides? I'm gonna get a bunch of them, and I'm gonna let people make payment plans. I'm gonna put it in layaway. You know what I mean? For like the guys with no riz who are also on a budget. Or like, we don't ask questions. I don't need to know what you're doing with them as long as I get my $100 a month. It's like a little kid saving up his allowance for a new video game. You play with it all day, you're super excited because it finally got there. And then like next week, you're like, damn, I kind of want a new one. I don't know what I'll do with the excess ones. Your girlfriend thinks that you're saving up for a ring because she keeps seeing like money go out of your bank account. Then the mail order bride finally gets there and you're like, yeah, you got 3 days to get out. She doesn't speak English. This is going to be way less stressful. You guys ever been having sex with somebody who wish they would just like shut the fuck up? Like not saying anything, because that's weird. You guys can do whatever you want, but I'm not trying to fuck to death. Just awkward silence. I have an AirPod in. But just like everything they were saying was like the wrong thing. Like I was getting I was getting my dick sucked the other day, and this girl goes, oh yeah. I don't know why she has a deep voice, by the way. I guess this girl's the Kool-Aid man in this joke. She goes, oh yeah, you like that? I've had a lot of practice. I'm like, all right, fucking weird flex. You didn't really want to hear that. I'm not gonna tell her to stop though. Getting your dick suck's pretty cool. It's like 5-10 minutes later. Who knows? It just depends on how drunk I am that night. She goes, oh yeah. It's weird when I do the high voice. I'm not even gonna do it. She goes, oh yeah. Everybody tells me I'm really good at this. I'm like, all right, now stop. Like, because I don't want to know how we got here. I don't need to know your head game tape. I actually don't want to think that you were good at sucking dick. I actually want to think you got good at sucking dick on this dick. I want to think I was like your dick sucking Mr. Miyagi. I want to be like the one that turned the whole road around. Whack on, whack off. Thanks. I don't know. I think dirty talk goes too far sometimes. I was with this girl.
The sound is the light.
Oh, okay. Heard that. Yeah, I'm not smart.
No, I forgot to say that up top of the show.
No, you're good. Thank you.
And then I realized that you've never been here before, so I'm like, he probably doesn't know what that noise meant.
Facts. Didn't score high on the ACT either. I'm a barback. No, just it's weird. You know what I mean? My ex, she told me she wanted to cut me, like with a knife. I don't know what else she'd cut me with. I was like, okay, no, I don't want that. That's how Angelina Jolie had sex for the first time. Fun fact. Nobody ever fucking knows that. I just look weird for bringing it up every time. And she goes, I want to light you on fire and lick it off. I'm like, all right, please don't fucking do that. Fire, historically one of the most uncontrollable elements. They're not having widespread water problems in California. But also, pretty sure that's not how fucking tongues work. And what is up with all these knives and fire? We're not in fucking Hell's Kitchen. There's no Gordon Ramsay to be seen. I kind of realized I didn't want dirty talk in the bedroom anymore. The only thing I'll accept from a girl from here on out is yes, chef. And thank you, chef. Thank you, guys. I've been Zach Thomas.
Keep it going for Zach Thomas. Next up to the mic that doesn't end, put your hands together for John Armstrong.
Hello, Dunlaps. How are we? How's the weekend going, guys? Are we doing good? Oh, this is one of those. All right, I just got here. This is one of those just talk until it's over.
No, this is what you asking us shit for. I thought you had something to say.
I do, but I was trying to think. Like I wrote it. Now you write like a joke and you like, hell yeah, what was that joke that I wrote? But I can't remember it. Oh, I was thinking about this. Like you know how they have like these protests, you know, at colleges and stuff like this. Well, okay, here a little context. I'm a lefty and I like all leftist politics. And I follow all this shit like on Instagram, so I'll get all this shit about like Palestine and the Congo and black rights and all this shit. And it always shows like cops like beating the shit out of people. And I always think like as a cop, like if somebody's being nonviolent, they just sitting there like, what's the pregame in a locker room that cops do? Like, yeah, we about to fuck these students up, like going down and like beating the shit out of people at fucking protests and shit. Like, how do you get your mind into that? Because even if you're into that, like after a while, like you beating up a purple-headed white girl, like what the fuck is, you know what I mean? Like, and then like I started thinking about the other thing, like so cops got to police other shit. So what's the pregame like before they do like a Klan rally? Or like, you know what I mean? Or before like a neo-Nazi or a Proud Boy shit? Like, can you imagine a pregame for that?
What if they're just sitting there listening to Ben Folds 5?
Well, my thing that I thought about that was if it's the pregame before like a Klan rally, then they're like, all right guys, make sure like we want to be nice. We don't want to bust too many heads out here, all right? We gotta be respectful for the people out there. And just so you know, we're going to need some volunteers because for some reason half of the police force isn't going to be here that day. So we're going to need some... because they're in the Klan. Yes. You got it, yeah. That just always amazed me. Like, how can you, like... I mean, I get it. I hate people too, but just beating the shit out of people because they sitting somewhere because they want some country to be free or want some...
What's a justifiable reason to beat someone up?
Yeah, like
like, how do you get off from that shit? Like, I
I was asking you, what do you?
Oh, what's a justifiable reason to beat somebody up?
Yeah.
For holding the weed too long. I mean, that's always a violation. I mean,
How you gonna beat yourself up though?
I do it at least twice a day. I mean, I can get into that, but hey, I beat my meat like Rodney King. I just don't film it. No, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm a part of it. I'm just a pacifist, man. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get human domination like of other people, but I'm one of those colonized folks. I was tripping off of that the other day. My name is John Armstrong. John Armstrong. Like, can you imagine? One of my favorite movies is Back to the Future, and like I love part 2 when he comes back to like the alternate timeline, like Hill Valley, and it's fucked up. It's funny too, like that his house is literally the ghetto because it's black people that live there. I'm like, fuck you, fucking Steven Spielberg. Niggas live in my house. This must be an alternate timeline. Like, and Cleveland is so analogous to that because we literally got like the smokestacks with the fire coming out, and we literally turned our clock tower into a casino too. It's like, it's so like being black is an alternate timeline. Like, it really is. I mean, I'm not to be on some We Was King type shit, but if you really know like black history, like it's so fucked up that we came from all this shit and then we got conquered by a bunch of niggas who left Africa and lost their melanin and thought they was better than us. That race doesn't exist on a genetic level. It does not exist. We're all the same, and the most genetic difference in race is in sub-Saharan Africa between black people. If anything, we should be the only ones who should be able to be racist between each other, but everybody else are just derivatives of niggas who left and start thinking they was better than us. It was like niggas who go through this, a bunch of niggas in Solon who come back to fucking Buckout like, y'all ain't shit. Like, fuck you used to live here, nigga. Like, that's the black experience. We just live in an alternate Biff timeline, and I'm sick of this shit, dude. Give me one.
From the Transformers that we was talking about.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Me and Rob was going off on some shit. Like, remember when they did Transformers and, like, some of the Transformers was, like, clearly black? Like, Jazz and all them, they came up and they did, like, the spin and whatever. And me and Rob was fucking around on that. And I was like, these niggas, like, they literally did, like they was on the east side of Cybertron or some shit. I'm from the east side of Cybertron, nigga. Like, with do-rags and shit. We ain't have oil in my neighborhood. I grew up rusty as fuck. Like, it was so on the nose, like, racist as fuck, dude. Like, my name is Jazz. Like, nigga, you are an alien. You don't even speak English, and you picked up African-American vernacular English, you fucking piece of shit. Fucking Bumblebee, this nigga don't even know how to talk. He out there Helen Keller and water in his hand and shit. And then fucking Jazz like, I know how to break dance, nigga. Like,
Hey, you know who did the voice of Jazz, right?
oh.
The nigga that do SpongeBob. The voice of SpongeBob is the voice of Jazz on Transformers. Tom Kenny. Yeah.
I'm old. Is that the dude who,
Is that the square or the rectangle thing?
Nigga, shut up. No, nigga. I was about to say the bitch, the Ariana Grande bitch who was with the theater nigga who was SpongeBob. Is that nigga? Is it that? All right. Well, that's how old I am, nigga. That's the only through line I know. And that's because my fucking white girlfriend was like, oh my God, did you hear what Ariana Grande did? She's such a homewrecker. She's fucking SpongeBob. So I thought that was the SpongeBob voice. Nigga. Y'all can't give me these references. All right, the bass is here. All right, let's wrap it up. Dad brought the bass up. Let's talk to the host. Is this your actual birthday?
No, my birthday is on the 26th Saturday. I just am doing the thing Sunday. There's a good preface. Sunday is from 6 to 8. It's ticketed, but there's going to be Express Delis catering it, so you get half a sandwich. There'll be Hello Ohio Pie Company, so you get some pizza. My mom, who's an actual abuela, is making the rice and beans, so it'll be dope as fuck. And then my girls make a banana pudding. And then my homie over here is Ohio Gas Companies, hooking it up with some shit for the VIPs. So you can just pull up, have a good time. And Con 2 is gonna be right after at the same time, same vibes, and then the mic will still be after. I'm just doing something early to take advantage. There's a CSU film crew following me, so I was like, come that.
All right, nigga,
night
this is still my
and
set.
take a shot. You fucking asked me, bitch.
You plugging the fuck out of this birthday, nigga. I saw the.
John's just mad because he don't know how to plug shit.
He could have said, go to my Facebook or Instagram. This nigga started doing a GoFundMe up here, like, all right, my knees is hurting, and if you want to get $10. Greedy ass nigga, you already up here while I'm telling jokes. Nah, congratulations, mate. So you gonna be 40?
I'm gonna be 40, yeah.
Woo! How's it feel?
I mean, it feels cool. I don't know. I feel about the same.
Yo,
I've been old most of my life.
who you telling? Well, Ramon, he be fucking with me and he be getting on my nerves, but truly, like, this dude has been like a mentor to me and he's pushed me in comedy. And, like, shout out to him. So everybody come out next week.
Thank you. Keep it going for John Armstrong, everybody. I just be trying to tell John to we shot his special last December. We got it all. It's done. The audio version's out. You can listen to it. It's very funny. And I'm like, when do you want to put it out? I want to put it behind paywall. And I'm like, when's that gonna happen? He like, oh no. So I just text him every week or two, like, give me that link. I'm just waiting, just because I want to give it to the streets. The streets is ready for it. Let's go around and applause to Eric back there behind the bar, everybody. Slinging the booze, taking care. Next up to the mic that doesn't end, put your hands together for Ramzi.
How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing? So I just moved into my new spot recently, and reception is terrible. I haven't had time to get any Wi-Fi or money. So, how do I say this? It took me about 20 minutes to watch 6-minute porn the other day. And y'all remember dial-up? Kind of reminds me of that. Y'all remember getting the internet in the mail?